official now. Excuse me. Such a weird delay. Hey, I'm still here. My voice is recuperating a little bit. The joys of travel and being in the woods by yourself is when you get back, you realize you haven't talked much to anything or anyone. And then you try to talk for hours and hours on a live stream. It's not ideal. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Mental Musings. Hi. I see two names in chat already. Boom. Zenbood. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, greatly appreciated. And meow. Sugar Kitty, that's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. It's always appreciated. Greatly appreciated. How are you two doing? Have you had your scotch today? Would you like more? There's a raffle going on, which reminds me, I'm supposed to do this. Doing. It's a little too close to my head. I'm gonna slouch. That's a little better. Bourbon Neophyte, hello. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, I greatly appreciate it. Haha. I'm gonna be able to say that really fast someday. No, not top chat. You silly thing. Silly thing. There you have it. National Scotch Day Raffle. It's going to be Scotch. Wait a minute. Hold please. Ew. How did I do that? There. It was not bold. Need to be bold. Richie Z, hello. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Muchly so. Nip of Glencadam 10. Having German Weissenbier for lunch. Weissenbier. Moving a touch of Ezra Brooks. French Oak to close the day. Ezra Brooks. That's not Scotch. What? It's fine. Reminder, you can drink whatever the hell you want. I am riding the Scotch wave at the moment. I know it's National Scotch Day. Everyone's going to be thinking Scotch, Scotchy, Scotch. And I'm thinking, well, I have a bunch over here. Not here, actually up there. So there's this shelf and then the one above it. Do it. I mean, do what you want. I'm being an instigator today. It's like, have you had your scotch today? Why not? Roy would be very proud. I'm trying to get people to drink scotch today. That's all. I think what happens with me, let's put it that way, is I have so much bourbon. You've moved. How dare you? I couldn't see the other end. So anyway, all this above me, this shelf, from here, behind me, and over to there, is all bourbon. So I have quite a bit of bourbon. Meaning, my Scotch and my Irish don't always get the attention they need. So it's times like this where it's like, oh, that's right, I really do like Scotch. I have a whole bunch of them. I have not drank them recently. And I have not drank them at all recently. They have just been sitting there looking at me, gathering dust. Do it. Find something you miss. Like, find something that you have on your shelf that you're like, oh, yeah, this one's really good. Let me have some of this. I did something like that earlier today. What did I do to my camera? Or is it just because it said Scotch Day there? That's probably what it is. Yes, that's what it is. I recommended a Kilcairn 12-year right there and then promptly found out it was harder to find all of a sudden. Yay. Recently meaning 11 months. Yes, exactly. Charging my phone here. I don't have scotch in my glass, obviously, but I do have soda water that looks like Mountain Dew. And it tastes vaguely like Mountain Dew, too, because I put that goop in there. Yay. It was either that or coffee, and considering it's 7 o'clock. Either way, I'm having caffeine, so that's that. I'm screwed either way. I'm here for the Scotch. By here for the Scotch, I mean I'm here to give it away or raffle it off. What is this? Scotch Eggs Club and Club? Sugar Kitty. Okay. One of those is specifically about the text-to-speech. And every single time, that is the podcast that just blinded me there. I have that there for reminder reasons. So, Sugar Kitty's in for one. Easy. And this will be a 2-hour live stream. Just so you know. Raffle giveaways are always longer because people kind of roll in late in the day sometimes. Give everyone a chance to pop in and get their entries in. Tom McKellen. We need to find... No, please, no. I'm good. I had what is supposed to be a non-alcoholic Scotch type thing. I finished it, and it's the Lyres, Lyres, whiskey replacement stuff, which I like. 2 of them. I've had 2 of them. They have other stuff. I tried their gin and tonic. I did not like that because I don't like tonic water, which I had forgotten. That's for you, by the way. I didn't forget. Pop KillCo's here. Look out. Everyone, say hi to Pop KillCo. Remember, me and Papa KillCo got into Scotch via Scotch. Well, we got into whiskey via Scotch. Lefroy specifically was the bottle we were chasing for a minute, seeing what it was all about. Oh, and I don't know if he's going to show up today. Probably not, but Cliff Smith, it's his birthday today, so think good things for him. He is like I, 1 year older and wiser. I don't know if it was wise of me to go in the woods for 5 days. I made it out, but I definitely got stung in the back of the neck, which if you've ever been stung in the back of the neck, it's highly unpleasant. It was quite... How do I describe it? It really just felt like I was zapped. You know? Like a cartoon type thing where you've been zapped and you jump. I'm pretty sure I jumped when I got stung. Because it was such a surprise. It wasn't like something was trying to get me and I was flattening away. I just was leaving the restroom and looked that way and then smack. I assume again that I just got in its line of, it was going in this direction and I suddenly put myself in it. Kind of slow. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. It's always greatly appreciated. Everyone, remember your thumbs are necessary. Your subscriptions are necessary. You all know this already. But just in case. Yep. I assume it was a wasp. Because it looked like I got stung 3 times. And I may have killed it immediately. I don't know. I went like that real fast. Part of my brain is like you've been infected by something and it's growing in your gut. You know, that kind of thing. I watch too many alien movies and have too many alien comic books. You were stung by something. That's it. Your body didn't like it for like 2 hours. What was very scary is thinking like, you know, the allergy idea. But then again, if you are allergic to bees, you probably shouldn't go out in the woods. And if you do, you should bring one of those needles, just in case. But I'm immune. Puppet Masters, yeah, something. We've all been stung once in our life, haven't we? How do we know we haven't been altered by that? None of us really know. There's no way to find out either. You try to go find out, you disappear. Conspiracy theories. No, I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just was in the beeline of a wasp. And it probably hit me, which stung me, and then stung me 2 more times for good measure. I think I took a picture of it. I know I put a a YouTube thing up for it, or YouTube, TikTok, whatever. I've been posting some of those today, if you have noticed. Some of those are just moments, is what I'm thinking of them as, where I was just in the woods, observing it, soaking it in. And of course, my brain was like, this is content. So I took some very short 30-second videos of just peace, being in the wilderness, not being distracted. And I like the idea that people are scrolling through stuff and they get to that, and then they pause for just a moment. And they're like, oh, well, that seems nice. And like 2 seconds later, they keep scrolling. But I like the idea of shoving some. Oh, that's 2 entries. I don't know why I didn't see. Oh, my brain did not register that. So Sugar Kitty's in for 2 entries. That's not what I want to open. That's the podcast, which I need to record still, and I'm going to do it later. Later. There we go. Sugar Kitty's in for 2. This is also one of those specially curated things that I do, like being the whiskey sommelier. I like to try to give people an ideal experience via my wisdom and collection and all that. Wisdom, that's funny. So if you are not interested in peated whiskey, you just say so. If you're curious about peated whiskey, just say so. If you love peated whiskey, well, you made things a lot easier for me. Ooch. Yeesh. Was it a bee? That son of a bitch. I mean, hi. Bare Bones, I miss you. Love you. That will make no sense to anyone else, but we were in a guild together in the Warcraft world. Played other games too. I hope he's well. Troublemaker that he is. I mean, I paid attention to Forley's stream earlier. Some people just don't like peated stuff. More for me, right? That's how I think of it. Someone's like, oh, I don't like that. It's like, that's a shame. I have more now. Thank you very much. I'll just take this. I'll just take this. I did play, for those who like to keep up to date with my gaming stuff, I did play some Sea of Thieves earlier offline. I wanted to Twitch it, but I didn't, because I didn't have enough time, and I needed to do other things like clean the bathroom. That was super exciting. But it looks clean now. Super clean. I still need to find out exactly how one is supposed to clean a bathtub, because it's hard. I do it, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong. I didn't take that class in high school. Or college, for that matter. I didn't go to college. Has he ever left? Is he like Gridnar? I want to play it, but it's just the cost. Like, if he wants to cover all our like forever payments, sure. I might play it a little more often, but I went back to it just a while ago. I say a while ago. It was probably a bit of a year ago. Like hell, yeah. Feed the machine. I still love the idea of World of Warcraft, but it's just not the same as it was. The nostalgia, you know? That's why I played it for their little hardcore anniversary time. And I played my rogue for a while, and then he died, and I was like, well, that was fun. I died because I was stupid. I was trying to bite off more than I can chew, and my character died. Yeah, there's too many other games out there, man. I love Warcraft. I've loved World of Warcraft and Warcraft itself since I was a child. Since the first Warcraft came out. The first Diablo. I was there. I was there at the beginning. I was there. So I have loved that game and that business, or Blizzard Entertainment specifically, for decades. But there's a time where you have to be like, all right, there are other games to play. Unfortunately, a lot of them are like World of Warcraft now. Sea of Thieves being that case right now. I'm playing it. I'm enjoying it. I like the general atmosphere and the play style to a point. Not so much the PvP aspect. That can be like really annoying. But I haven't had too many other problems. As Liquid say hi too. Those sons of bitches. I need to send all of you like an invite to my Discord. Should you ever want to be in there and learn more about whiskey. You'll get blasted by every single time I go live though. And I still haven't figured out how to make Discord announce stuff when I go live on Twitch. So there's that. Yeah, Dune is one of those games where I feel like I would like Dune for a while and then I'd get tired of it. That hasn't yet happened with Sea of Thieves. It did happen with Fallout. Fallout 76. I played that to death. Send away, I shall. But if you're not someone I've known for decades and you want to join the Discord, you just have to be a channel member or join the Patreon. Simple. And then you get access to the emotes that I made for here, and you get to hear the weekly podcast if you want to listen to it. I'm not always on point with that, but yeah. Well, they played Dune but got tired of it? There's another game that came out that was supposedly going to be good, but just kind of flopped. I don't remember what it was, though. I saw them play through it, or I heard they played through it, and that was kind of it. I got bored, yeah. The thing, you can get bored with Sea of Thieves if you let yourself just kind of go in there and be like, well, what should I do? But if you go in there with the idea of some kind of, like, just a direction. That's what I've done once or twice, where I literally say, we're going to go where the wind takes me. And then I get out there, and I get on my boat, and I go straight towards the wind, and then whatever happens, happens. Ugh. That couldn't have been fun, to. Four-leaf, hello. Welcome. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for telling everyone else to come over here so they can get some scotch. That's what we're all about right now. And talking about games I like. I have barely scratched the surface of Sea of Thieves, and I played it for approximately 163 hours. I didn't need to know that. So yeah, I've just barely begun. To keep that in mind, though, I have played Fallout. I played it for nearly 650 hours, 649.3 hours. I gave it lots of love. I could really terrify myself and look back at how many hours I played Borderlands games. It's pretty bad. Death Stranding 2, my husband is playing Sea of Thieves. Oh no! What platform? Me and your hubs can hang out and drink grog and get drunk. Because they do have cross-platform stuff, but I don't know if he's playing it on the PC or the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever the heck the options are. I do not even know. Well, now I have to know what Borderlands is. Borderlands 2 specifically was the one I know I put lots of time into. World of Warcraft, I'd be curious, very curious to see how many hours I put that in, but I think they took that option away.
I'm good for 2-2.
2-2. Zenboot's dressing up to 2-2 today. I love it. Thank you, Zenboot. That's 2. We have now officially covered the cost of shipping. I think. I haven't done raffles in a while, so I have no idea what shipping's like right now. But we do have some pirates who help us hand deliver things, don't we? Yes, we do. What am I looking at? There we go. People all over the world, join hand. Start a love. See, I don't know where that came from, but Love Train sits in my brain sometimes for no reason. It's grand. Yeah, right? But married poorly in that game? Oh, no. I don't remember what I did. I probably played a thief/ranger class. That's what I always seem to do. So I arrowed everything to death. Just think in the darkness where they couldn't see me. Extra crits. Oh, God. Sure, you keep terrifying me with that. Terrifying. PS5? All right. We'll have to figure that out. I've gotten friend requests and stuff, but I don't know how to do it officially. And the only way I've been able to actually connect with people is through Steam. That's because it's the platform I use. But if I try to go with some other route, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Borderlands, the pre-sequel. That's not it. Why am I looking through it? What? When did that happen? No, that makes me sad. Fig Newton. That makes sense. I know you've been ill. I don't know, is that bad? That's rough, Candace. It's heavy. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you have the support around you that you got, that you have enough of that, because Papa KillCo going through stuff like that, it's been rough. That sounds terrible. Hold on, I gotta see what that is now. Sounds like hard stuff. Ooh, it's not. That's awful, man. I hope you have something you can help you breathe with, at least. Papa KillCo's going on 3 years of his cancer journey. What's scary is I said, oh, fibrosis. I know what that is. That's what my liver's doing. Oh, God. Do you have friends? Or at least local friends? Somebody? There's a harsh reality right there. What am I doing? Candace, unfortunately, you've like triggered my little card of like, yeah, that'll happen to me someday. Something horrible will happen and everyone will be gone. What I thought about doing, I don't know if I want to, but I have a thought, is you guys are open to asking any questions about the scotch I have behind me. I don't know if I want to get up and grab any because I'm wearing pajamas. Because that's what you wear when you work at home. But you can see at least a few. That one's never going to be open because that's the Borderlands bottle that was brought all the way over from Scotland from 2 other Whiskey Tube people. And we have KillCo 12, which I was talking about earlier today. But 2 months at a time. You keep me posted. I can't do anything from here, obviously, but I'll be inviting you to Discord very soon. Johnny Walker Green, Kleinleaf, and these are 2 Ardmurkin picks from Roy. And unfortunately, there are a lot of other Scotch bottles I have that aren't open. So I can't use those because I can't tell you if they're good or not. Motown Dance Party. Ain't no mountain high enough. Brick House. Remember September? I'll find that one. No, you got Ain't No Mountain High Enough in my head. Thank you. Fig Leaf's a good name, by the way. Hold on. I got distracted. Borderlands. Game of the Year? Oh, I'm going to sneeze. All right, we have Borderlands Game of the Year edition, which I'm pretty sure I played Borderlands officially when it came out. So, like, CD, which was before Steam. But as far as the Borderlands, I played 8 hours. Borderlands 2 is where it got scary. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's a while, Brian. You can tell those are wrong. Yes, they are. They are. They're very good. I like being able to put some Arroy's stuff in there. It makes a little extra treat. Because you can't, that's it. You cannot get those. As the rarest of the rare bottles that I have. So, I got to do this with a little math first, because I'm going to feel pretty rough in just a moment when I let you all know what I did with my life when I was cripplingly depressed. Cripplingly depressed. Oh. All right, this might make it a little better, actually. Nope, didn't really make it better. So, I just did the math. That was a mistake. I played Borderlands 2 for 2,066.5 hours. I was a dedicated Borderlands 2 player. I played it a lot. I've played so many games because I'm such a goddamn addict. There's some other ones I played a lot of, though. I'm looking at Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2. Killing Floor 3 just came out recently, but I've had there's been mixed feelings about it. Plus, I can't afford to buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Much like with whiskey bottles, if you ever want to donate a whiskey bottle, please let me know. You know, obviously, I can't open it and drink it right now, but anything to use as content in the future, again, will be up there. And same thing goes with games. If you want to buy anything on Steam for me, just say so. Or if you want me to specifically play something, especially if it has a demo, I can do that. Nice. Do it. This mustache needs upkeep, by the way. More so than ever right now. They're Game Members Anonymous. I know what you're talking about. I had this conversation with my friend earlier, the one who's I'm visiting in September. Reminder, going away in September to do what I'm still considering a midlife crisis situation. I am taking the fact that I've been depressed and playing games for thousands of hours, months of my life, gone, years. With World of Warcraft, guarantee it was years. Doing the opposite of that. Instead of sitting here playing games all the time, even though I love doing it, and still like having people who watch with me and play and all that good stuff. Going out, meeting people in person, seeing this beautiful country, getting away from social media stuff, at least a little bit. Being engaged in it too much, which I know I've been doing for a long time. And going to see my friends, specifically. Like getting all the way over there. That'll be a whole thing, a whole chapter of my life will be happening within a month. And I've also, reminder, that there is a Bastards Ball coming up at the start of October. So I have been setting it up right now today. We rented the hotel for the trip to Bastards Ball. As far as going across country, I am going to stop and stay at a hotel maybe once or twice. I hope just maybe once. But we'll see. Again, any financial support and why I'm doing raffles is greatly appreciated. The memories of El Gallo. I wish I had the mustache for El Gallo back then. I think that's one of the few videos where they were like, no, you put that away. Like, I think I could put a link for that somehow. If anyone does want to watch something, although it doesn't give me any, it's not helping me because of all the content in it. It was a musical that I did with my family that was directed by Kate Grana. If you've been here a while, Kate Grana was my mentor and teacher for singing, which I haven't been doing enough of lately, which I will try to get some more of that in when I can. Sort of in the back of my mind, especially when I've been straining my throat the way I have been. My voice box is strained. You can't tell, but I can feel it. Ugh. Also, hydration is key, by the way. Ugh. Okay, you hit enter twice. Look out. I'm trying to see. Oh, there it is. Zenbu's on it. Damn. I was just starting to look. He's like, that got it. I love that one. I'm going to glance at it. Good. Yeah, Portsmouth Community Theater. Try to remember from the Fantastics. That's the one I have. And I uploaded that 5 years ago. Ooh. That was just the intro. We do have the entire performance somewhere. I'm pretty sure I have it on a backup hard drive somewhere. Well, probably this one. This is the backup hard drive. I have two of them. A rolling baritone. Well, thank you, Zenbu. I still feel like my voice has changed since then. I'm sure it has. I feel like it's much deeper. And I also feel like I'm very tired. I was tired then. I'm more tired now, somehow. Stress-free summer travel. Screw you. Windows little annoying thing right there. There's no such thing as stress-free travel unless you're rich. Then you just get there because you pay for it. It happens. You don't even have to do anything. At least that's how I like to think of it. All right, we're halfway. Well, we're not half. We 1/4 the way through the stream. Remember, get your raffles in right now. $5, one entry. You do the math. 10 entry, $10 to 24, etc., etc., etc. That is to give you the random chance to get the random sampler pack that I, Brian, the whiskey sommelier, curates just for you from my own personal collection. Doesn't that sound nice? If I say it all at once, it sounds really good. If I say it like, I got bottles, I put it in the thing and send it to you via hand delivery. That's not as good. You know? And Scotch. Scotchy Scotch. Other bottles you can't see. Oh, please. Can't see what I'm doing. Ugh. We got Ardbeg, Lafroig. That one's not open. That one's not open. There's more Lafroig and Ardbeg up there, I promise. But there's a Daft Mill and a Glen Scotia that I was just sitting there looking at me. Just like, remember when you bought these for lots of money? The Glen Scotia being the most recent stupid purchase, and the Daft Mill also being a recent stupid purchase. I have no self-control. It is a problem. Quite literally. Is everyone enjoying being the fans? Yes, Zenbu got the last raffle we did. He decided, unsurprisingly, to do a raffle, or to do a sampler pack of rye. And I do have a small selection of rye that sits down here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, it's directly behind me. One shelf down. So, right here. People all over the world join hands. Still there. Oh, no, look out. There was a waffle. There is a waffle. Bourbon, welcome back. It's Scotch Day. I hope you have plenty. You have some Scotch you could drink, right? You have a couple of bottles. Yeah? Thought so. One or two. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's right. Feels like it's been a long time since Irene's tasting with Ty and everything, but that was, what, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I was in the woods for 5 days. I still don't know what happened with that. Wascally Waffle. One or two. Sure. Yeah, you have a couple. There's a few. I came back with that Glen Scotia. Stupid thing for me to do. I have no self-control. That includes the travel to Texas. Oh boy. The trip across the country is going to be a big thing. Not only because my life, it's going to be a big thing, but also trying to finagle what I'm going to do and how. Because it's not going to be camping. The camping is something I'm going to hope to continue to do. Not likely for the rest of this year, because once October hits, it starts to get cold. I may do like a day trip or something to go to Vermont and travel around, just see the trees all changing color. Perfumed butter. You and Mr. Great Shot have been talking, I know. Perfume butter. You tell me what it is then, because I do not remember what I put in there. I put it together, I was like, done. Now I immediately forgot what it all was. I have to be very careful when I do these sampler packs. There's a lot that can go wrong. Yeah, I just booked my hotel today for a week. And I only did it for a week because we had a good deal on the price of staying there. Still was stupidly expensive, but I like to be in Austin for a while. Why, you may ask? Well, because Crowded Barrel's there. I can just hang out. And I can get in the whiskey vault. Very important. Very, very important. The idea has been floated about doing Whiskey Somm Level 3. You can't afford it, especially with all this other stuff. So it's going to be, for the rest of the year, it's going to be the September cross-country travel, which will be interesting. Then it will be the Bastards Ball. Then it'll probably be a lot of gaming and hanging out and just playing with whiskey a little bit, because by September, well, actually midway through August is when it's supposed to be. After I talk to my gastroenterologist, which will be soon, actually. It'll be another week or so. I am still not having any whiskey until August 19th. On August 19th, I will do a live stream in all likelihood, depending. I'll hold it till the 20th. I'll give myself that actual extra day. So it'll be a year plus one. And that lands on a Wednesday, and I've been trying to do Wednesday streams anyway. Usually they're gaming streams, but you know. It's a little bit of fun for me in the middle of the week just to get up, just do something. But that will be, in all likelihood, my first pour of whiskey, which is going to be Bourbon 14, because that is the last whiskey I had, which I remember specifically. I didn't know it was going to be the last one I had, but I knew. I poured it for myself because I thought, you know what, I don't pour this very often. So I poured some. And then the next day I found out the stuff about my liver, and decisions were made. So that's going to be the first drink I have on the way back into having some whiskey in my life. And then, well, the next video will be blood work better, or just saying screw it. No, the blood work's fine. Blood work's fine. My liver looks the same, which is good, meaning it hasn't gotten worse. But everything looks good. It's all good. But it's just a matter of living with it from now on. Like, how am I going to proceed? And mostly just knowing I could stop. That was a big concern at the start. Can I stop drinking alcohol? Do I have a bigger problem? Overall, a depressant doesn't work great for someone who's depressed. So I have to mitigate and think very carefully about what I'm doing when it comes to alcohol. I can't just have like 2 or 3 drinks in a night like I used to. I can have likely one, and I will make it one by having the tiniest little pours. So I can have numerous ones, but just very small amounts to make about 2 to 3 ounces. That's kind of where I'm at. Or I can just have one special pour. I can do that too. But the blood work looks great. I'm just waiting on talking to the gastroenterologist in person, and then going from there. After on the 20th, I'll do a live stream for having my first whiskey in a year. I still encourage people to try it. It's not easy. I still like the idea of giving people 1 year of their life to be like, all right, I'm going to stop doing this on purpose. People aren't going to do it. Like that's part of the concern and part of the culture. It's like that's what I've been thinking about it. Because you only notice how often people are drinking when you stop. And they do it a lot. It is so easily accessible that it's almost scary. But it's nice that other options have come into play, like non-alcoholic stuff is now readily available. For beers, I have not found anything I would say is good as a whiskey cocktail replacement, other than Lyres, Lyres. Lyre's as an alternative to making cocktails. And then Biro as my favorite beer. Blue Moon, also really good. Non-alcoholic, obviously. Biro is non-alcoholic. Blue Moon, non-alcoholic. That's sort of where it stops. There's another one. The Guinness, non-alcoholic Guinness is okay. It'll do in a pinch. If everyone's having a Guinness, you can also have a Guinness with that one and be included. And it looks the same and it kind of drinks the same. It does not taste the same, but it's good. It keeps you engaged. You know, you get to enjoy the experience too. And what else? Well, Heineken works. You can have a Heineken Zero that tastes like a Heineken. You can have, what was another one? The Sam Adams one, just the haze, that was okay. I don't like Sam Adams as a company, though. Kilcolman, song I love singing. Yes. Kilchoman. That sounds good. It would be tough. Like, people don't want to stop doing things they like. I didn't. But I also knew my body needs to recuperate from the damage I've done over the many years. And I needed to know I could stop. And I needed to see if it made me feel better, because I suffer with mental health stuff. It's very important to check and see what removing a depressant from my life does. And in the future, I'm going to be keenly aware of how I feel the day after. Excellent. Those floral notes getting in the way. I only wish I remember what the second one was. Oh well, you'll tell me. You'll be just as surprised as I am. Ooh. Oh, I didn't highlight this. There we go. Blood work is okay. So is my cholesterol blood work, except for one thing, and that is my LDL, the good cholesterol, is low. And I think that's just genetics. Yay. I have to exercise more and eat more vegetables and blah, 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 blah. Aha! Yes, it's Texas. I hope you enjoy that. I don't know if it's strictly Texas, but it stayed in Texas for a while. Milam and Green has been making their own stuff now. I think they were getting sourced from somewhere at some point. It's hard to keep track. Ow. Coming up to the halfway mark on the raffle. Get your tickets in now. And it is going to be curated specifically to you, so don't worry about it. If you're like, I don't know if I like Scotch. Well, most of you here do like Scotch, so there's that. I don't think I have to worry about it, but just in case. O sole mio, el taco bello. I know that's not how it goes. I just always say it that way. It's funny. It's funny if I say it like that. I don't even know if the beginning of that is correct. Or what it's from. Zenbu knows. I guarantee it. I guarantee. Oh, and raise your glasses to Ozzy Osbourne, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but, you know, I went camping. Ozzy Osbourne died. It's like, oh, damn. Che bella cosa. Is that the name of the thing? Or is that the start of what I just said? Che bella cosa. I just say, oh, sono mio. I don't know what that means either. Che bella cosa. Is that the second part? Help. There are a lot of little song things in my head that I don't know what they're about or why they're in there. It's good stuff. Yes, and remember to follow me on Twitch. I should say that more often. Doing more gaming stuff there for those who are interested. Almost got 100 followers. I just need people to actually be there chatting. That's really the tough part. Doing the streams is easy. O Solo Mio? Neapolitan song, not from the opera or anything. Okay. So it's O sono mio che bella cosa? Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't remember how I started putting Taco Bell in there, but it was funny. The only thing that's coming up that is the problem. I've been doing a lot of money stuff, so pardon me for talking about finances, but it's life. The September trip, the hotel for this Bastards Ball thing, there is this freaking event happening the same weekend. I think it's like a music event, which makes it worse. Like a Texas music festival. So there are a lot of hotels for very expensive right now. And I haven't rented a car yet, and I should probably do that. Just take the hit right now, deal with it later. Simply because it's going to be... I still haven't bought the plane ticket. I have a lot of painful decisions to make soon, because the longer I wait with this, the worse it's going to get. I believe I saw the flight that I wanted to do that worked for me. Because I'd like to... Oh, wait, no, I don't have to... I forgot. I'm going to have extra time. So instead of just staying for the weekend, which I was thinking of doing, I'm staying for a week because it costs the same. Like the place I'm trying to stay, the price to stay there for a week would have been almost the same price to stay at other places for 3 nights. That tells you how bad the prices are right now. Get the ticket and car if you can. Yeah. I know. It sucks because finances, as I said. I am irresponsible with my credit card, but it works. And this will be the last stupid thing I do for a while, considering the loan I have and the car payment I now have, which I would have been doing so much better if I hadn't had to trade in my car and get a new one. Blah. The car needs to be looked at, too. Not anything serious, just... We found out something with this trip. No, John McKellen, I thought about it. I considered it. It's just a no. Yeah, because it would be... First week of September is travel to the other side of the country. Stopping at a couple places along the way, hopefully, just to say hi. Then it would be a week of me staying with my friend in Oregon. Then it would be a week to get back on the other side of the country, while also visiting at least one person. The idea is to visit Four Leaf and my friend Greg on the way to the West Coast, and then visit Whiskey Mountains at her place briefly, maybe a day spent there. And then I would likely go all the way across to the other side of the country, maybe stopping to see someone else. I don't know where everyone lives. So I'd be cutting through the middle of the country on the way back. So I might stop in Kentucky. I could do that. That would be a poor decision financially, but I could do that. And I did consider, like I said, going later in the month. So like September, the second week of September instead. And then staying somewhere. It all fell apart really fast. What I realized is I couldn't like combine the two. I wouldn't be able to handle that, guaranteed. So I decided the 3 weeks in September, I will get home, have 1 week off. A week and a half-ish. And then I would have recuperated, hopefully, mostly recuperated from that trip. And then I would spend 1 week in Austin. And then I'd come back home. And then I'd stay at home for the rest of the year. Yeah. Yeah, I knew... I was considering it. I really was. I was thinking, could I find some place to camp? Could I play somebody to stay in my car? And then it just was... I have to just, like, eat the cost. Bum, bum, bum. Someone messaging me. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, God. Oh, please. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I think what I'm trying to think of it as for this trip is the trip itself will be the big deal. Like going across the country, driving there by myself, getting there, visiting people along the way, hopefully, and getting back. That'll be one full circuit, and I will have that moment in time where I can say I did it, and it's done, and then I will have that time to decompress. Don't worry, it happens. And I'll be able to decompress for a week with that like feeling of accomplishment. In theory, I don't usually feel the way I should or that other people do when it comes to like feeling like I accomplished something. But anyway, yeah, having that downtime will be the first rest, and then the celebration will be, okay, I did the trip. I had some downtime. Time to celebrate with the trip to Austin. Yay. I could not. That's what I was thinking of doing. I could not do it. I considered it. I really did. And it's just, it would be too much. I would not be able to handle that. It would feel too rushed. I would not feel like I got any rest or recuperate from just the first half of the trip. I would have to drive through Texas, which is a lot. And I did consider it. Good night, Papa KillCo. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams of Scotch, yeah. So financially, it's going to ruin me, but I don't care. I mean, I do care, but also YOLO. After this big trip and this big bastard's ball, there likely won't be anything for another year or more, depending on how things go. There's too many other variables right now. But I still have my whiskey, and I still have the possibility of doing whiskey videos in the future. It would be boiled down to one a month. So I would end up trying to roll out more of them in a single time. So I'd probably do 3 for one day. I would have 3 whiskeys in very small pours. And I would record all that. Then I would take the next 3 months to edit 3 videos. It sounds doable, right? That seems like plenty of time. I should also mention there have been videos I've been trying to do that I didn't finish. There is one I have I have to have a talkover narration for it. And it was so long ago that I'm going to have to change my whole entire view of it, because I did that video at the time that I was getting the shelving. So there is a point where you see the area behind me where there's nothing. There's just the shelves. Actually, no, it's a blank space. They didn't even put the shelves up. Or did I? Whatever. That video may never see the light of day. I don't know. Coming up on the halfway point, everyone. Get your entries in now. Do it. Before it's too late. I'm trying to think one of my expensive scotches up there that are open. Probably the Ardmurkins. That sounds about right. I didn't send the random. I tried to do social media today, but I don't know if I did all of them. I feel like I didn't. I didn't post enough on Discord. There are a lot of Discord groups I'm in. And I have not messed with that much. Post some things. Just some. Hold on. I'm trying to remember to do something. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Nice. All right, let's see if that sticks. Send Candace an invite. Reminder, what are you drinking for scotch tonight? And do you have any specific scotch that got you into whiskey? Like, was there one scotch where it was like, oh, shit. I'm going to buy Scotch now. I know what it was for me. It was... Yeah. I just post stuff on social media there. Like, there's a Whiskey Tribe Discord that I'm on. So I post when I go live through there. Art Big 10 forever. All right. Zenboot's got his love. His one true love. Mine was probably when I got into Johnny Walker Black. That was where it started, because I had fallen into the same rut that people do when you get into Scotch. I tried Lafroig. I was interested in other whiskeys. Johnny Walker Black spoke to me on a deeper level with the Walking Man, because I could see myself dressing up like that. Cosplay of Johnny Walker Man. And it was cheap. I could get a bottle of that for $20-$30 at the time. Talisker is my only gateway drug. Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure it was Johnny Walker Black. I went through the gamut. I tasted the red. Wasn't for me. The black I enjoyed. The double black didn't have enough of a difference for me to be viable. I got a sample of the blue from my brother for one of my birthdays. It was like a little thing like that. Not the whole bottle. And that was okay. It definitely was, I can say for certain, don't buy a Johnny Walker Blue bottle. You will be disappointed. Taste it at a bar if you really want to spend that money. But I can tell you there are so many other whiskeys out there that cost less than half as much that are so much better than it. And that is just from I don't want to call it a marketing aspect, but that's what they did. Johnny Walker Blue Label is a marketing thing. It doesn't mean it's better because it costs more. Donner Pass Whiskey. Did I say hello to you? If not, just in case. I'm pretty sure I did. Was a bourbon drinker. Can't read. Hold on. Wow. Was a bourbon drinker. Scotch cost me Abelor. I don't know how to say that properly, but I know of it. I don't think I've ever had it. So Lafroig was definitely the gateway. Brought me into the whole idea of Scotch and whiskey. Whiskey being a thing. Like having tasted Lafroig, been like, what the hell is this? How did this happen? I have never drank anything like this. What other kind of whiskeys are there, and what do they taste like? That's what started to happen. And I went into the advent calendars. You can go watch all of them. Like I had done one every year for the past 7 or 8 years, honestly, longer than the channel. Although I found out recently, my channel is 13 years old. So I opened with this YouTube channel for Google, which wasn't Google at the time, 13 years ago. But I've only been doing content on here for 5, going on 6. September is a big month, by the way. It'll be 6 years of me doing stuff officially for YouTube. Another reason for me to celebrate the whole trip. So, channelversary, visiting my friend, Bourbon Month. Don't forget that. I think that was the big 3. Let me double check. So you love it when the pattern on your phone doesn't go right. You're like, I did it right, but you screwed me over. Halfway mark, everyone. Get your entries in. Or else. Where else? That's how it works. I want to check off something on my checklist here, but I haven't really finished it, so I can't do that. Checking the calendar for September. This is very close. I keep thinking September is a ways off. This month is coming to a close. So about that, I will have about, the end of this week is when August starts. Next time you see me on Friday, I'll be doing a stream on Wednesday. But I'll also be streaming on Twitch. Again, make sure you're following me there for gaming streams. I do that more often there now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, approximately 4 weeks until I start this trip. And I will be starting the trip at the start of September. So I will be heading out September 1st. I should arrive by the 6th or 7th, I hope. Then I will be spending that entire week up until the 13th or 14th with my friend. Then from the 14th to the 20th, I would be returning home, doing other little things along the way. Then 1 week of nothing. And it'll be a week and a half. Exactly. 1 week and a half doing nothing. And I would be flying off to Austin on the 1st of October. No problem. That's the rough estimate of everything. And as I said, yeah, National Bourbon Heritage Month. That's what it is. And KillCo was launched in 2019. So there you go. Plenty of bourbon, particularly Beam White before Scotch. I was a JB and Wawa Lemonade kid for several years. Then tried some Glenfiddich, HP, Balvenie, Talisker, Froggy, and some others. Beatty Day, say, do you remember? Dancing in September. Is that the song? 'Cause I don't know it. Is it Badia? Because that only made me think of a different song entirely. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Ba, la la la, life goes on. That's what that Badia thing did. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'd have to hear it. I'm better at like knowing a song if I hear it, and I hear a lot of songs in my head, so I don't actually hear them in my head, but you know what I mean. Little earworms that just live in my brain, squirm around. That sounds disgusting. I will have to start plotting in where I'm going to stay and how long it's going to take. I've already started with the podcast tonight, going over the amount of time I can drive. So, specifically, I hope to drive for 9 to 12 hours a day. I know, that sounds dreadful. But the idea being, I will attempt to drive for 3 hours, stop, restroom, break, whatever you want to call it. 3 more hours, restroom, break, whatever you want to call it. Probably food in between there somewhere. How that's going to work, I still don't know, because unless I happen to get a special refrigerator unit, it's impossible to bring food that stays solid. Like, I don't have to worry about it. And for the entirety of my 1 week thing, I had that nice, solidly closing styrofoam thing that is technically used for medical stuff. And it was so hot in the car. It didn't matter what it was. The temperature of the car got over 100 degrees Fahrenheit easily, just because it was in the sun for so long. Ugh. It was hot. One of the hardest times I was there was on Thursday to Friday. That day was the day I was walking around Fort Ticonderoga for hours, avoiding the sun, putting on sunblock, hoping I didn't burn. Apparently I did not, but it's hard to tell with this lighting if I'm any. Actually, I don't know if this will work, but it's the freckles. Like, you see all these freckles here, how they stand out, and then you get up here, and oh look, they just stop. So some sun was gotten, except I don't tan. My freckles come out like crazy, which is not good. I should not be getting any sun like that. That's bad. It's not bad as in I burned myself, but generally speaking, I should not be in the sun for that expansive time to have that happen. And I'm very lucky I avoided it as much as I did. But driving your car, you got your window on the windshield. I was sunblocked up, sunscreened up, but still. So we'll see. It's all going to be very interesting along the way. I hope. We'll have to do another MapQuest day. You've seen already part of it. So I'm looking at Google Maps now. I'm looking at it. So the plan, roughly, go west, head through New York. That'll be a big day trip. Cut through Pennsylvania for a second. End up in Ohio to visit someone. Head further west into Indiana. Fly past Chicago. Actually, I'd probably just go south of Chicago to hit Illinois. Sorry, to hit Missouri, which is farther down than I care for it to be. But whatever. I might do that on the way back. That looks like something I should do on the way back because it's south. Same with Kentucky. And the whole idea is to go past Chicago, up into Wisconsin, through Minnesota, which I believe one of the Vlog Brothers lives there. It's pretty hilarious. Through North Dakota, through Montana. Then I would probably have to, well, Yellowstone National Park is on the way. But it looks like for the mountain range, that is there, which is extreme. I would have to go up and slip into Washington for a second, or I would end up having to go full south before whatever the hell it is, I forget. What's that huge mountain range out there called? I have forgotten completely. What does it tell me? The map isn't telling me. But yeah, that. I'll go north of that, touch Washington, then zip down into Oregon to hang out with my friend for a week. The Rockies, thank you. I knew that. I completely forgot that. And then on the way back, I would dip into Idaho, and then I would touch into Utah for reasons. Then I would head straight east. I would cut through Wyoming. I would just touch Denver, or I'm sorry, Colorado. Actually, I wouldn't have to touch Colorado. I'd go right above it. And I'd head through Nebraska. I would then hit Iowa again. Actually, no, I'd hit the middle of Iowa. I don't think I actually touched it last time. No, I didn't. And then that's when I would dip south to visit my friend Greg in St. Louis, Illinois area. And then since I'm already down there, I might as well just keep going east and pop into Kentucky for a moment. And then head back up through West Virginia, through Pennsylvania, in all likelihood. I haven't mapped this one out yet. And then I would end up touching New York, hitting Connecticut, and coming back to Rhode Island. I might glance through New Jersey. Sugar Kitty, where are you again? I could throw that in at the very end. Snake River. Route 80. Hold on. Ooh. Words. When you look at the American road structure for long enough, holy shit. Road trip to Siberia? No. You don't want to know what the next big trip would be, and it won't be, it'll, like, financially something big would have to happen to me. Very big. I would have to get YouTube monetized, make money with advertisement. Something has to be rolling in constantly to help me pay off the costs of this entire endeavor. But I definitely need to get to Scotland. And I definitely need to be on Ireland. I have approximately 5 years to do that, if I'm lucky. And then Japan, someday. I hate saying someday because at this point in my life, I'm like, just go. Screw it. That's what this whole entire cross-country thing is. It's like, screw it. I'm 45. Nothing is guaranteed. I want to see the rest of the country again. As I said, my parents did it. My brother and his ex-wife did it. And then me. I want to do it. We also did it when I was kids. So my mom and dad did it early on when they were married or before they were married. I forget which. Then they did it with us as kids. Then my brother and his ex-wife did it. Then I got to do it, obviously. And I have seen different parts of the world. Not different parts of the world. I have seen different parts of the country in my adult life, like Vegas, Florida. I've done that. And now, of course, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Good stuff. The other thing I would do while we were in this like downtime where I can't really go anywhere will be, of course, traveling around Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Definitely seeing the Cape. So I have not gone to P-Town. I would like to see Martha's Vineyard. That's expensive stuff, though. Go now while... Yeah, exactly. The problem is money, man. It's always money. So as soon as I have some kind of stability in my life, financially, I will do it. When I can pay off the debt I have. Because right now I'm in the convinced mindset of I will have debt for the rest of my life. And I will still never pay it off. I will never purposefully go into New York City. I will not go there. I will go there if I go there by like train or subway. There's some way to get in there. I've been there twice. One when I was with the Boy Scouts, and one time when I went with my brother to see a art exhibit and to meet a young lady who does film. She's a very nice lady. I hope she's doing well. She's in Canada somewhere now. But she was also, she had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is another horrible, horrible thing I found about. It's rough. A lot of horrible diseases out there, folks. Like genetic, you're born with it. You're fucked because you're born. Oh, fun. Let me see. Route 80. Holiday in Cambodia, Den Kennedys. Route 80. Let me see. Jersey, where are you? That's New York. Can't see New Jersey. 78, 276, 278, 287, I mean, 195. 80, there we go. There we go. I may or may not know that location, Sugar Kitty. I have had to send things there, so... Yeah, it's doable. I thought you were going to be close to New York, honestly, but yeah. That would basically be along the way. I would very likely be taking 80 to get back from... well, hold on. I'd probably be taking... Yeah, I would eventually end up taking 80 to get back. Zip through Kentucky, head north towards West Virginia, slice through Maryland for half a second, Pennsylvania, and then I could stay south of Pennsylvania on Route 80, I think. No, I'd be up there. Okay, right there. And then I would absolutely stop where you are, visit. That would be my last destination. Then I would get on to 84 to head east. And eventually I'd want to get onto 95. And I would take 95 all along the coast to feel like I was home. That's the whole point there. See the coast again, be near the water. I'm going to feel good about that. And then I would likely drive through Aquidneck Island and get home. Aquidneck Island was where I was born and raised. So just being there always feels good to me. That's where Newport is. That's where Portsmouth is. Middletown exists too, but meh. Just sort of is there. Right across the state of Ohio and across the middle Midwest. Yes. That's very likely well be taking a portion of back. Let me see. Hurry up. Maps. Why? Anyway. Raffle, everyone. Your odds are very good right now, by the way. We have 45 minutes left. Chop, chop, everyone. Chop, chop. There's whiskey to be had. I'm wondering where Kathy Huey is. Kathy Huey, where are you? I know Cliff is his birthday, so he's not going to be around. It's not 84. Long slog to get to. Route 287 to get up to 95. Well, I'm not looking at the map anymore. I'll figure it out. This is all very, very far in the future, technically. Weeks and weeks away, which is still very close. And I will... The real tricky part is going to be hotels. Like if I have to stay somewhere along the way. So it's going to take me, I'll be driving for 2 days. And in those 2 days, I may or may not be able to get a shower in. I shower every other day. That's my thing. Shower and shave every other day. Just, that's my default. Has been for a long time. Not doing that feels pretty gross. I start to feel real bad about myself after that. So I would have to get a hotel on the middle of the journey. And I would have to find something, somewhere to shower before I actually see my friend, because I don't want to be gross and having 2 or 3 days a journey clinging to me when I meet her again. In the flesh, in the personage. Yeah. If anyone wants to, like, pay for a room, you know, gas money, whatever, I'll still be doing raffles. But raffles are hard to do because people don't see this as a whiskey channel anymore, even though I have hundreds something odd bottles of whiskey behind me. I just don't drink them with anyone. I drink my garbage water. I thought about making this into a mocktail, but I didn't feel like it. Technically, it's sugar water. Fizzy sugar water. Still never fizzy enough, though. Soda streamer. All right, we got Sugar Kitty and Zen Boot. It's a 50-50 chance. Your odds are good. Get your tickets in now while they last. Ah! Zen Boot, you startle me. Is that the song? I don't want to click on it. If it's not. If it's something that's going to make noise. Ugh. Love Train is still in my head, by the way. By the way, after this, you may want to check out Twitch. I have not done enough gaming today for my liking. I did, however, play Sea of Thieves and found 2 nice chests that sold for about 20,000 gold each. So I made about 40,000 gold plus in an hour. Less than an hour. I felt pretty good. It's the thrill of the adventure, everyone. Just like in real life. Although I know I could not do boating. That'd be horrifying. I can boat and be a pirate all I want in that game, but as far as actually going on a boat, that's... Again, this channel will be based around me doing things that take me out of my comfort zone a little bit. In a positive way. Never to terrify myself or make myself feel awful. I've heard of something called the one-chip challenge. That's a poor thing to do. Hot ones, that's something I could do. It's stupid. I could do reaction videos. Thought about that. That'd be a lot of editing, though. I love my anime, but I don't really want to react to it. I just want to enjoy it. And it would be anime. Right now we got Dan to Dan Season 2. We have... What else? My Dress Up Darling Season 2. We had K-Pop Demon Hunters being the latest, like, feel-good movie of the year so far. The movie has not affected me like that and had me talking about it so much in quite a while, probably since Encanto. That was really good. That was a feel-good movie. So I highly encourage you to watch it. K-Pop Demon Hunters. I know. You hear K-Pop Demon Hunters, you go, what? Yes, just do it. One ship is not what anyone needs to do. Ugh. Yeah, it's not something I want to do. We've talked about this, though. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do with the channel, but financially it's not possible. This travel stuff, I love it, but not a good idea. Same with whiskey. I love it. Bad idea financially. I have to be in a very specific... a prestigious almost position to have a whiskey channel for an extended amount of time. And I've noticed that with other channels. They all have money. And they're buying bottles constantly and doing videos. They have the money. They're fine. They're buying houses. They're making their own business. It's nonsense. Traveling a lot, you know. I'm not there. I'd love to be there, but I'm in the world of making poor decisions. That's my life. Good poor decisions. At least my therapist thinks so. Everyone I've told who I say I'm traveling, they encourage it quite a bit. Shouldn't surprise me. Travel's pretty cool. But there are some feelings I have to work through, which are not great. Just because, and I'll say that here now because most of you are regulars and like to watch a lot, but it still doesn't feel good to be out there. I wish it did. There are some patrons that have a pretty big cash flow. There absolutely are. The patrons are huge. That's what I'm working towards, man. Patreon's there for that. The channel memberships are all here. It's just a matter of keeping people engaged, really. And I try to do that with the weekly podcast, and I try to do that with live streams constantly. Videos, not so much. Shorts, I like shorts. They're short. And I often have very spur-of-the-moment ideas for YouTube stuff. It's not like I think about it. It's not planned out. It's not scripted. It's just like, that would be funny. Let me do that. We will attempt to try to do more video content, hopefully with my friend in Oregon. I don't know what she's going to feel like doing, but really I'm just going to be ridiculous. And there again, the problem with doing travel stuff, especially what I've been doing with camping, is there's no signal. I have a backlog of stuff to post on Instagram and make little video clips about, simply because I was completely cut off. I did it, but I couldn't upload it in real time because there was no connection. And I was trying to commune with nature. God damn it. Trying to find some kind of peace, and I still didn't find it. Being in the woods alone at night is kind of scary. Because everything sounds like something it shouldn't be. But I think I found some kind of peace there. It could have been better. I have a lot of stuff I got to deal with still to not feel the way I do. We're working through it. I think It's Bourbon Night has a good Patreon. Roy, I know his patrons are pretty good. I don't know how good everyone is, like with the amount of they get, but I do know Patreon is a significant chunk to helping me pay off debt stuff every month. Every month. I'm waiting for the time someone goes away. Like every time someone leaves, it's awful. But that's how it is. I was communing with nature, but give me my megabit download stream right now. Exactly. I like stuff. I like involving nature in a certain way. Like I would love to be in nature outside in a tent. My friend and I were talking about this, where you could actually see through it without issue. But no such tent has been made. I've thought there was a clear tent out there, and there probably is. But what I really wanted to do is see the stars out there, but I was just not in a position to do that safely. Stumbling around in the forest at night, not ideal for star watching or stargazing. And it was a new moon, you know? I really wanted to see the stars, but it was just forest and too dark. I didn't trust going out without a flashlight or without some light, just to try to stare at the sky through a bunch of leaves. So that didn't work as I wanted it to, but I can try to find that here if I want. I'd like to do little mini adventures at some point where it's just like, Brian, leave your apartment. Like, oh, I left my apartment today just to go down the hallway and check the mail. Hated it. People. I do have my headlamp. I brought that with me. I haven't looked into it, but what is interesting about the headlamp is that it has a red option. So it has two. Yeah, probably. 2 white lights it can use that does a red light. And the red light I always feel better with. I don't know what animals see, but some animals see with ultraviolet stuff. And also being a giant beaming thing cutting through the night doesn't feel great. Like, vroom, vroom. With the red, it doesn't feel as aggressive. And I can still see what I'm doing. It doesn't do that weird dilating stuff with your eyes as badly. Yeah, I hope to see some good stuff out there. I don't know if I'm going to be there for the new moon. I can actually check that, can't I? Let's ask the internet. Fully charged. Hey, Google. When will there be a new moon in September?
The new moon in September 2025 will be on September 21st.
That would be the day I would likely leave with my friend. So I'd probably stay there from the 14th to the 21st, or a little longer. I make the rules. And I'd be able to stay there and see a new moon with her that night. I hope. That'd be great. That works perfectly as far as the time frame. And then I'd leave the next day. Perfect. I feel like I should put a reminder about that. I haven't checked my groceries. God damn it. Entries, please. Hurry. The clock is ticking. I'm giving myself a reminder for the new moon. I probably won't need it. My friend will very likely know. Pessidus meteor shower proceeds. Parshadesh. That should be fun. That'd give me a good reason to find some camping sites for the trip. Because as much as I am absolutely going to stay somewhere for getting a shower and cleaning, getting myself re-energized, there will also be at least somewhere I'd stay to park for camping, maybe. My hope is to sneak around and find like little quiet spots where no one's really paying attention to the cars. And just, park there for a night. Who cares? Nobody, typically. 21st. Actually. Setting the reminder for 3 p.m. on the 20th. New moon tomorrow. I always like doing these just because I have no idea how I will feel at the time. Like on September 20th, what will I be like? Who will I be then? I'll be on the other side of the country, hopefully. Perseidus. Perseidus? Perseidus? Perseidus. Perseidus. Right? I'll be traveling over west the first week. So we'll see. We'll see. Good times. Perseidus. I'm not going to get it. All right, for the two who are entered right now, which is Sugar Kitty and Zenbood. Trying to think of a little game to play here. If you both were to pour a scotch for the other person, what would you pour them? I like that idea. Sugar Kitty, if you had to pour something for Zenbood, what would it be? Zenbood, if you had to pour something for Sugar Kitty, what would it be? I am curious. It does not have to be from your collection. It can just be a bottle you like that you don't have right now. It's a mind games. Yeah. Here we go. Actually checking my friend just now. Okay. She's fine. But unfortunately, I have to contact my friend through Facebook because her internet is spotty. Like I said, middle of nowhere, no signal. Fun. And Act 24 for Zenbu. Ooh. That sounds pretty fancy. Zenbu, it's your turn. Like I said, it does not have to be from your collection, but that is the stuff you know you have and like, so whatever you want. I can't say because I poured you guys a bunch of stuff already. Plus, you also will get a pour from here, so eventually you'll know, depending on who wins. The odds are pretty good for both of you, though. We got less than 30 minutes left till the raffle comes to an end. And it's a 50-50 flip. You both have 2 entries. Make the money dance for a waffle. Indeed. I'm looking at the little notification stuff over here. Ugh. I haven't eaten dinner yet, by the way. I know. I know. I did have a bowl of cereal. I'll let you guess what kind of cereal it was. It was not what you think. Oh, yeah. I'd like that. I never even had it. I don't think I've had Nanak at all. That's on the list. I still have those little mini samples. I don't know how I'm going to work those in. I think I have to be very careful here, but I would like to have 1 drink a week is what I'm going for. And with that, I could make weekly streams that would be just a sample of something. Petivac 29 or Bunahaben Manzanilla finish. High protein Special K? Nope. Complete opposite of anything good for me. Complete opposite. I have, you guys get to hear the weird story. Are you ready? Are you ready? Long ago. I'm kidding. Yesterday, I went down the hallway to actually check my mail. Today, I checked it for a different reason, which you will find out about soon. I went down the hallway, I got my mail, and I noticed there's an area where you can leave stuff. You're not supposed to leave stuff. So there's this like a... I keep forgetting the word. Senatose Kunch is a good guess, but no. 29 to 30. Whew. So let's just say there's a shelf where people will sometimes leave things. They're not supposed to. They don't want stuff being out there for people to take. But there was 2 boxes there. One box had a number of Trix cereal boxes in it. So there was like a whole box full of it. I took one. The other box, which I looked at but I was hesitant, was a box full of chocolate cake mix. So there were a bunch of boxes that you could make chocolate cake with. I did not grab that one. I grabbed the Trix. I had a bowl of it before the stream started. It was not what it... Don't do it. Like, if you loved that kind of cereal when you were a kid, don't get it again when you're an adult. It doesn't... It's not good. It's not bad. But as far as, like, do I feel like eating this as any nutritional value for me? It does not. I like the Trix when they were just the round colored balls. It was simple. Simpler times. Now they're all different shapes and nonsense. Not necessary. They all taste the same. The bananas don't even look like bananas. What the hell? They look like lemon slices. So yeah, I had Trix cereal. I have not had that in a very long time. If I have ever had a cereal like that, it is probably one of those little single serving packs. You get like 8 of them or 6 of them. I think it's 6. I want to buy another one of those for the road. Bringing my own cereal worked pretty well. I had it for breakfast. It worked great. Keeping the milk is terrifying. Again, if I can get a goddamn mini fridge with a freezing section so I can make smoothies, because smoothies are the best. For someone like me, making something that's a smoothie, that's what dinner's going to be. I'm going to have a smoothie. Oh yeah, there's a lot of crunching noises. Absolutely. Absolutely a lot of crunching sounds, but no actual like solid. This feels like food. That's why my stomach's going, you haven't eaten. I'm like, I have eaten something. It just didn't do anything. God damn it. Ugh. I feel like I should have announced the raffle earlier. Ugh. All right, it's fine. You guys like Scotch, so I know they're going to a good place. Zenboot still has to get through his rye samplers. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I haven't checked something that I should have checked. The YouTube money should have come in before I left, right? YouTube money is very important every month, which is why I've been pushing for it so bad. Yes? Hmm. I'm looking at the stuff. Never look at your bank account when you're like, wait a minute. What was that? I've been to too many places this past week. So some of these, I don't know what they are. A lot of them are just like getting food. Fort Ticonderoga, $30 for a ticket. 30, 2-day ticket, but that doesn't matter. Maple Fields. Oh, there we go. That's right. That's right. Stupid. I had to get some money out of ATM twice. I need to remember to bring a lot more cash with me because I didn't bother to do that this time, and unfortunately I ran into 3 different places. How many places? Numerous places that were cash only. It was really annoying. One of them was the A&W that I went to for lunch. You haven't seen the pictures yet, but you will. A&W is one of the most underrated fast food chains ever. It's actually good. It never used to be like, I know. It was dumb. So it cost me $50 for that. 20 to get over the water, 30 to get inside and hang out. It was rough. And we did get the YouTube money. Excellent. That would explain why there's actually money in my account right now. That's fun. Stupid Maple Fields. I took $40 out. Where did I take that? Anyway, shouldn't be looking at my bank account right now. It's not helping me. But we do have this going, the birthday month goal. We're almost there. Reminder, there's $100 extra on there, so it's actually $193. So it's more than just 12%. It's more like, was that 20? I don't know. So that was because of a super chat that was done before the stream started. So there's that. As far as the goal goes, we're 1 of 20. You guys don't want me to have chocolate. It's fine. I understand. And of course, I put it so that super chats count for them. So if it doesn't count like numerous amounts or big amounts. There's still a few A&W Stewarts in the upstate New York, Vermont area. I mean, if I've won along the way, I will stop there because it was a real treat to go there. As I will show when I post that stuff on Instagram. I really enjoyed the food there, and I enjoyed the experience. A nice young young lady coming up to my window, asking me what I want. She was a she was a lovely young lady, but I looked at her and I was just like, "Oh, you poor sweet thing." Only because she had a cross on her, and she looked like she was barely 18, probably not 18. She was a child. And I was like, interesting. I'm 45. Ugh. That's what happened there. Very sweet girl. But it did give like some Hooters vibes with the outfits they were wearing. Not a complaint. Hooters is a wonderful place to go. You just have to know that you will see things when you're there. Which is part of the fun. A&W, I didn't really think of it like that, but it was also hot. They were wearing short shorts and t-shirts. And I can only assume it's because it was hot. I don't think that is the required attire there. It is Vermont. And the temperatures were crazy. Like I said, that day, actually, now I think about it, was a day where you should have shorts on. Yeah. That was the day, that was the night where I was, as I was saying earlier, I was at Fort Ticonderoga. I slept badly that night. Eyes wide open, yeah. I slept badly that night because it was so hot. Like I basically just laid on my sleeping bag with it completely open, just sweating, just muggy, can't leave this atmosphere. I don't even leave my windows open that much because it can feel gross. Tonight I might leave my windows open. Let's see. Everyone, let's find out if we want to keep our windows open tonight. This will be fun. 22 degrees. What's the humidity like? What's the humidity like? Heat advisory from Monday. Why? Heat advisory from Monday. Why you gotta be like this? I'm done with the hot weather. Summer should be. Well, August is coming up, so I think of August as very hot weather. July, kind of. I know I'm not a huge fan of the summer in July because I was born into July and it seemed to be a bit warm. So I don't like hot temperatures. Never have, never will. Poor weather for running right now. Air quality index is moderate. That's nice. UV index is low, obviously. Humidity is 94%. And it feels muggy out, so... I don't know if I want them open if it's feeling muggy. I'm much closer to the water. You can feel it. It felt really gross when I was there in the mountains. And I still haven't figured out my elevation. That's something I wanted to know, was what the elevation was like. How high up was I? Because I kept going up and down the hills like a lot. How do you find that out, I wonder? I can do that with maps, right? It has elevations options. We'll find out. This is not a MapQuest stream. This is a Raffle stream. Let's see. Imagery. What are these? You want layers? Terrain. There we go. That doesn't tell me anything, but yeah. View topography and elevation. Yes, that's what I want to do. I was... That doesn't say. I don't know how to read a map. Oh, here we go. Those are those are approximates. So approximately 1,600-ish, 1,400 above ocean level. Maybe. It's really hard to tell. Topography maps look wild. Is that below or above? It has to be above, where the mountains were in. Yeah. That's not a 7, is it? That doesn't seem right. No, it's 6. 1,600 feet above sea level, I think. Let me see what this tells me about Mount Washington. Then I'll have a better idea if I'm actually reading it correctly or not. New Hampshire, where are you? Yeah. Quarter mile. Damn. I was up much higher than I thought it was. Like 6,200 feet from Mount Washington. Although I did take my picture next to that sign, so I probably should know that. Probably should have looked at that and been like, oh yeah. So certainly not as high as I was before, but still pretty high up. I might have been higher up when I was at Ben & Jerry's, come to think of it. There is a mountain there. Let's see. This is curiouser and curiouser stuff. Raffle's coming to a close soon. About 10 minutes. Get your entries in before it's too late. This may never happen again. It'll definitely happen again. Let's see. I didn't go up to Smuggler's Notch, by the way. I had no feeling to do so. I just wanted to go to Ben & Jerry's and cider place. And those are approximately 800 feet above sea level. Higher than Denver's Mile High. What, the mountain? The Mount Washington? I was up there. I know that much. Ben & Jerry's is approximately... Show me something. Ah! Is that 300, 400? What is that? It zoomed... 800? So, it's hard to tell. But it looks like 500 to 800 feet above sea level for Ben & Jerry's. I'll say 500. There's something covering up the number. So I was in the mountains. Absolutely. I could have been higher up. I would have liked to stay higher up. I would love to stay at like a ski resort hotel situation way up in the mountains. So you like woke up and it's just snow and you go skiing all day. Oh, it's on the list. Yikes. It's pretty high up. Well, it feels pretty high up. It's not high up at all, really. Compared to the rest of our atmosphere, it's like... about a grain of sand off the ground there. Oh, bugger. About 5 minutes, everyone. Then the raffle comes to a close. Let me find out who the winner is. It's going to be a close one. You both have 2 entries. So... your odds are good. I'm viewing this form securely. Yes. Thank you, random.org, for letting me know. All right, let's map looking at. There's so much I have to think about. My brain has been all over the place today. It does not want to stay on task. It wants to just get distracted by everything. Not surprisingly. I've been trying to do stuff for Discord, YouTube, Twitch. I had to make the thumbnail today. I had to figure out the sample thing today. Colorado. Oh, that'd be fun. I guess Utah is another place I could do that. Hang out with Whiskey Mountains again. There's got to be some skiing down there. Over there. Down there, over there, up there. Whatever. 5 minutes left. I may be having food and then going to the Twitch after this, so be prepared for that. Those of you who like to stay up late and like to see me suffer on the open water and get killed by people. That hasn't really happened much, but I will be putting myself in danger at some point on purpose, just to see what happens. Just to see. I really hope to get in some games with other players, because that makes it more fun. Breckenridge is right about 13,000 feet. Hell yeah. That's wild. Hot diggity damn. Checking something. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. The big to-do is similar stuff that I've seen people do, but they have like the funds to do it. And I would like to do a bicycle stream. Right? I ride my bicycle around. We hang out. But being able to do that is crazy. I'd have to have something I could carry around to have a Wi-Fi signal. Because just trying to ride around with my phone and cross my fingers the signal stays, that's not going to work too well. I didn't get to do a stream from the mountains because there was just no signal. It would have been pointless. Park City, Utah, North Salt Lake. It's right about the same as Washington. Yoza. I will have to figure out what Whiskey Mountains wants to do, like for the time I'm there. I think she's got something going on. She messaged me somewhere. I've been trying to give the people I will visit a heads up as to like time frame. And it did help to not change my plans since, again, I want to do something, but it sure did. That was the, I think Stand for Science. Is that what it was? Yeah. That was an interesting experience. I was able to stay away from everyone there and just kind of watch it from a distance, which helped. But it did suck that I had to be... the whole concept of having to go to a actual event like that to be like, we like science, don't mess with it, stop cutting funds, you know. I don't want to get into it. I'm not bringing that in my life, but I do want to at least have evidence that I have been resisting. Because that's all of us. That's all of us can do now. Just resist. Resist it. Whatever's happening that's bad, resist. We shall overcome, as they say. Got your entries in 2 minutes. Let me wrap it up. Someone's getting some scotch. Bum, 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 bum. So annoying. Gets stuck in my head. It's not actually annoying. It's good background noise. Quiet background noise. So something else is going on in the distance. But as long as I can be heard just fine, we're good. Hey man, my friend is very excited about finding Bigfoot. I'm fairly certain it will never happen, but you know, it's good to be excited about things. I certainly would not want to see such a thing in the woods. I didn't see any real animals out there, by the way. It was the birds, and most of the birds were the same, and like a lot of them. So there were a lot of birds that woke me up in the morning that was just one type of bird with a few others scattered around. And then there was no sign of a moose, no sign of a bear, nothing, which was great. The most that happened, that was that little like moments, is when a bird would land on the ground, and because there were so many leaves, you'd hear that weird rustling. And I think at one point during one of my trips, not the recent one, there was like a chipmunk that scurried around and moved the leaves. Makes it sound like, what the hell is that? You know. But that was it. Nothing crazy. Mostly birds. Birds and scenic moments. I really need to work on my own inner peace. I've been trying to meditate 10 minutes every morning. I don't know if it's helping yet, but I've been doing it. Makes me feel a little better to start the day. I'll give it that. We're done. Raffle's over. No more for you. We'll turn that off. Get rid of the pinned comment. Where is it? Where is it? Right in front of me. Yeah, they're not trying to be noisy. They're trying not to be noisy. But anytime there's a little rustle, it's like, what? How do I get rid of this? There we go. Okay. We're going to randomize this. 50-50 chance exactly. 2 entries from both of you. We're going to scramble. Randomize. Okay, it randomized to the exact same way I had it, which isn't surprising since it's 4 names. Or 2 names, but twice. Most annoying ammo. I mean, exactly. So there we go. We got 1 through 4. Randomized as hell. Hey, Google. Pick a random number between 1 and 4.
3.
Sugar Kitty. Guess what? You get some scotch. Sugar Kitty, do you like peated scotch? I have to make sure. Congratulations. It's been a minute since you got something from me, I think. I hope you are ready for scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. I'll be putting that sampler up soon. I will get it out this week. I'll be puttering around with it tonight, picking options. I'm pretty sure you'll like whatever I send you. So I should ask you. You have Roy picks, right? Do you have the Art Americans? Oh, thank you, Sugar Kitty. You do like peated. And you've had Roy's stuff. I'm trying to see if you had the Art Americans on your shelf. If not, because I know you're one of the few people who has some scotch from Roy. I don't remember if you have those two or not. I like this song for some reason. Yeah. Sugar water, man. Okay. I'll finagle things then. I'm sure I have other stuff you've either had but wouldn't mind again. We'll see. I'll figure something out. That's the plan. Make you some interesting little sample pack of what's available. And since you have Roy's stuff, well, it would feel a bit silly to be like, look, this rare stuff that you have too. But there you have it, folks. We're coming at the end. 2 minutes left. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for entering the raffle. It is always nice to get that done. We love a good raffle. I'll have to make, when I do another raffle, I have to be more like in advance. This was mainly because I felt like it on National Scotch Day. Kill Karen 12 is a good one. That was definitely going to be in there. Spoilers. I have some good options. There are some that are not open, though, unfortunately. I will open them someday. We're going to find out. I'm going to have a long talk with my gastroenterologist, or at least an in-depth discussion about what I should be doing and what you... Because one thing, let's be clear. My gastroenterologist thinks whiskey is bad because alcohol is bad, which it is. It is not good for your body. It will not help you. It does cause cancer when misused, and I have gotten it pretty bad. But, yeah. We'll see. Getting this under control is really what I'm trying to do. More than anything. The weight will be less than 2 pounds, and the dimensions are 9 by 6 by 2. I have that ready all the time. It's never more than 2 pounds. Yeah. At least you'll get an eclectic mix. That's the idea. I have a very set way of doing things with this. And if you get enough of them, you might be able to figure them out, but I like to keep it secret. Thank you all for joining me. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.